Hello everyone, and today I'm back with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and as promised in the last one where I broke Ether Raids with the save skills and I also showed you guys how to do it, I said I was going to show you guys my defense team. So here it is. This is my defense team from a couple weeks ago that I had constructed. It has the Far Save Brave Hector, who is plus 10, that you saw in the showcase. And I'll go through a little bit of the motions of what the defense team is going to do, and then I'll show you all of the defenses that I had for the week. So the bread and butter of this defense team is a Ground Orders Rally Trap team. Now you see the peony here is the real cog that ticks, as well as this Shamir, and I guess Brave Hector is a little added bonus. So what this team is designed to do is this Ground Orders here is designed to be given to both Lysithea and Edelgard. And what I really want people to do is to try and bait Shamir. If you can see, Shamir can target this space over here, and she's the only one who can reach it. It doesn't look like Seiros is very close, Brave Hector isn't very close, he can't even touch it, Edelgard or Lysithea can't reach like any of these spaces here, so it really feels quite safe to bait for anyone who doesn't check for this peony here with the Ground Orders. So what I want people to do is very simply try and bait my Shamir. When they try to do that, because of where she is in the slots on the team, she's all the way over here, at the very end in terms of slot movement priority, and she doesn't have a movement special. She will be triggered to try and move first to attack this enemy. Before that, however, the rally skills will go off. Now, depending on where you put them in your team here, these units will go first. So I have Lysithea here triggered to go first before Edelgard. And then even my dancers are fixed in terms of their slot priority, so Peony and then Mirabilis, and this will be important later as you'll see. And so what should happen is Lysithea should move over here and rally Shamir, while Edelgard also moves over here and rallies Shamir. Now, in addition to that, you might be saying, well, aren't your dancers a little bit too far to dance or do anything? Like once Shamir gets rallied, what if she's panicked? What can she do? Well, she's actually not designed to attack anything. The main attackers are this nasty Edelgard with Gale Force, Mirror Impact, and Heavy Blade, as well as Lysithea, who is going to have a turn 1 ready boosted Dragon Fang, which is very, very, very deadly, as you'll see in the replays. So what should happen is Lysithea will come over here and rally, Edelgard will come over here and rally, and then I have given Peony Aerobatics. As you can see, she has access to this space via Aerobatics over through Seiros. And Mirabilis has access to aerobatics as well. Since Lysithea is going to be over here, she'll easily be able to over aerobatics and dance from here. And so at this point, you have someone standing in this space with a danced Lysithea here who can target all the way down here, as well as a danced Edelgard here who can reach this space. She also has Gale Force, which is going to be a 3-turn Gale Force because she's pulsed by Shamir as well. So if Edelgard attacks here and gets off Gale Force, she hits another unit. Lysithea can also attack here and probably one-shot a unit. And in addition, what makes this team even more dangerous is the fact that Peony has Gentle Dream. Now, Gentle Dream gives basically anyone ground orders or air orders or whatever it is, and they can move within 2 spaces. So you'll be able to see like there's going to be some crazy movement stuff going on, and they do that in cardinal directions of her as well as the unit she rallies, which is here. So it's going to give that to Seiros, it's going to give that to Shamir, it's just going to destroy things. So without much further ado, now that I've sort of explained the basics of the team, let's look at some of the defenses that attacked me last week. Alright, so here is the first one that I'm going to show you guys. It's very short because this person did exactly what I wanted them to do in terms of what to do with the defense. So you see that they have this Halloween Grima here. Pretty standard team. Miranda and then a couple of Astras, and then they have the Halloween Grima, who's plus 7, looks like a very, very nice tank, and they just sort of park her right there in Shamir's range, and they kind of move everyone out of the way and start breaking structures, and you'll immediately be able to see exactly what the defense does. So Lysithea rallies from the left, gets danced by Mirabilis, she can't reach yet, but because of Edelgard moving into range, she immediately ground orders over Edelgard and one-shots Robin. Poor Grima didn't even stand a chance. That's like enormously outside of her health. And then Shamir can teleport over Altina. Now this Shamir is built in a very tanky manner, so she can actually take a couple hits and a special from Altina and fire back and do enough damage. And then because of ground orders and Edelgard being danced, she leapfrogs over Shamir, gets into attacking Altina, And this Edelgard, actually, people sleep on her. She can take quite a bit of damage. She's also plus 10, so I'm actually free to play, guys. Don't call me a whale. But there you go. She Gale Forces over, and in an instant, that's 3 units down for this opponent. So even if you didn't have a bonus mythic on defense and you just had your 2 mythics, there's your minus 60, and you're immediately in the clear for a minus 0. All right, so the next recording I have to show is this one with a Duo Lyn and a Brave Edelgard. I'm not sure if I show the merges here. Do I? Yes, so plus 7 Brave Edelgard, high merge there, and a plus 3 Duo Lyn. And I think they have a bunch of merges on their mythics. Yeah, plus 3 Plumeria, plus 1 Regan. So not super whale, but definitely someone who's playing the meta and has merged up both a tank and an offensive unit. I think this person tried to dance and see if they could kind of poke the Shamir with their Duo Lyn. Now, I actually do have a duo unit in Peony and over there in the corner with Duo's Hindrance. So someone wouldn't be able to use their duo unit unless they knocked out that tower, which is very important. Now, what's so important about this far save Brave Hector is he is in slot 7, so he can't move, but his skills still activate, and you can see that here, that this person just manages to take out my Brave Hector, which is one of the weaknesses here. Is I think they waited for the Bolt Tower to fire, and they were able to go in with Duo Lyn. She was just strong enough to take him out, which is something I need to work on. He's not supported enough. But this person also makes a mistake in that he doesn't account for everything on the team. So Shamir is immediately able to ground orders because of the way that Peony works and snipe Peony right there. And then Edelgard is going to be able to move and also get off her Gale Force and take out that Plumeria. And then she Gale Forces again and takes out Regan. So you can see this Edelgard is really, really strong at even taking out like basic reds with not bad defense. So I suppose you guys are wondering, that Lysithea is only plus 1 and she's plus HP. So anyone can sort of build Lysithea that way, the way that I have done. But in terms of Edelgard, you're going to need to find yourself sort of a more physically oriented unit who can do this Gale Force strat if you want to mimic it, or maybe a Cav. I'm sure there's a bunch of units that are mergeable that can even somewhat manage to do that. But yeah, Lysithea is a monster, even unmerged. She just one-shots everything if you build her out the right way. And the rest of this map is just cleanup. Shamir coming in clutch with the late game snipes. Even if she's only built in a tanky manner, she can still do a lot of damage. Again, my Shamir's plus 10. I'm free to play and I saved up absurdly for these units. What can I say? So it feels nice to show them off. But anyone can substitute. Like, there's much more tanky alternatives like Norn that you can plug in for Shamir. So that's that map. And I will talk more about sort of alternatives to the team in the next videos that I show you, because a lot of these you'll start seeing are very similar. People aren't aware of how these traps work, and they just go for it. So here we see the infamous Duo Altina Duo Micaiah combo that everyone does not like, including me, which is why I actually leveled up that Duo's Hindrance and put it there and made sure to have a Duo unit on my defense team. So I think this guy actually had the right idea with how to go about the map. So I did mention earlier that a Bolt Tower is one of the weaknesses of the map, and that's kind of why I had my Healing Tower in the back there near Brave Hector, just in case someone didn't think to Bolt Tower and attack in the same turn. But I think this guy didn't think it completely through, but he did have the right idea. So Mirabilis is actually prone to being attacked there. And what he should have done is not moved in Regan after a dance, but he should have just hit one of my towers and cantoed out and then hit Mirabilis next turn in order to get out of the range. Because now that Altina is in range of my Shamir, and it also triggers the rally trap. So immediately, we'll see it happen again. Even if I'm a dancer down, this Edelgard is just really, really strong. And especially on a defense tile. Even if she wasn't on a defense tile, I'm sure she could take a hit from that Altina. But she's just very powerful. So she'll get the Gale Force and she'll get to attack twice, and then immediately I'm at a minus 40 here. And I've completely, like, even if I lost everyone else at this point. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Shamir here ground orders in as well. So you can see just how much of a menace this ground orders movement is, especially if you don't know which slot priority your enemy defense team is in. And this person's immediately 3 units down. My Hector is far saving 3 of those units, and they just surrender. Here's another one, a very quick success. Oh, that's just the not able to replay. Oops. Oh, I guess this is me showing off the unable to replay, which are the two people that immediately surrendered. But anyways, here's another very quick success. Let's take a look at it once it loads. Oh yeah, so this guy is stacking a Brave Edelgard with a Dancer and 4 Mythics. So 3 Regans and an Altina. I'm sure this works against a lot of teams, but, you know, this guy immediately saw the Shamir and he thought, okay, brain dead strats, let's just stack Brave Edelgard right there. And so my Edelgard rallies here because Lysithea is in attack range, so she went first. Doesn't really matter too much because she just immediately nukes the Edelgard even with a 4 Mythic stack. And then Lysithea gets danced again and nukes the race. And then this person's pretty much cooked now because all he has left is 4 red Mythics, and I've got that Brave Hector in the back. So he really has no, or they really have no solution to the rest of the map. And my units are kind of all up in their face. Yeah, so immediate surrender, no surprise there. So I think you guys get the idea, and this video is starting to get a little bit long, so I'm going to show you the defense loss that I suffered. And yeah, you reap what you sow. I did so well in promoting the savior skills that I immediately lost to someone who used not one, but both savior skills. So this person I think had a +5 Henriette and a +1 Gustav, as well as Fjorm on isolation. So this person had all of the material, a +10 Fjorm, yeah, there you go, +1 Gustav, +3 Altina, +5 Plumeria, +5 Henriette, and a +10 Regan. So this is someone who has invested in their Aether Raids team. They realized how good the savior skills are. They've paired the 2 saviors together. Not a bad idea. And I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing outside of just using savior skills. Maybe I give them too much credit, but they've isolated both the Lysithea and the Peony, so they can't dance or do the rally trap. And I think they go for the Mirabilis here. I can't remember. Let's take a look. Yeah. So they do go for the Mirabilis kill, which is another part of the weakness of this team, is Mirabilis is over there and just left unguarded in the hopes that people will just ignore it, think she's trapped there and behind as just a regular mythic bonus. But you can see Henriette is situated in such a way where she can't be targeted. And because the rally trap's been dismantled, my units kind of just move normally. So Regan will come here and just barely take out Shamir, which is annoying. 1 point off. It just sucks. Oh, never mind. Well, special is there, so it's more than... Actually, how does the special work? It did exact damage, so kind of annoying, but I think I still get a kill here, despite this person taking out both Lysithea and Shamir in the same turn, which are the 2 major weapons of the team, even though I think they still wouldn't stand a chance against that Henriette, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, okay, so Saros here takes out Regan, which I don't know if that was a miscalculation or if they had just decided to take that sacrifice, because you can do the sack strat here. And yeah, Edelgard doesn't stand a chance against Gustav. He's just way too tanky, way too strong. And Henriette takes out Peony. And I think you guys know how the rest of this is going to go on. It's about another 1.5 minutes long because all they do is just tank my units on defense. So I'll just wrap up and say these savior skills are really, really good. I've already changed up my defense to something new, and it involves Mist. Surprise, surprise. So... if you guys want to see what this new defense is that involves Mist, that I actually think is going to be more consistent and counter these AR save skills, stay tuned, because after a week of testing, I am going to release the next video. So until next time, this has been Link King 7, and I am showing you how to break Fire Emblem heroes. Peace.